For next year, I'm gonna do something different, and I hope that you will join me in this. I'm gonna try to love differently. All right, welcome to another episode of the White Stripe Podcast. I'm your host, Trey, Remulla, and as you can see, I'm not in my usual element. I am in San Francisco right now with my family, and this is the first time that I actually got like a hotel room that's empty and it's just me. So I decided to just record something for you guys, for everybody. The year's about to end, and I just have some reflection that I would love to share with you guys. I have a lot of stories since coming here, just the good, the bad, the stressful, the delightful, and I cried several times for very different reasons. But for this episode, I just want to focus in on this year. And this year's been tough for most, if not all of us, in very different ways. For some, it's more tough than others. I think, though, that this year really taught me that imperfection is a part of human life. It's a part of who we are as people. That the sooner we embrace the imperfection in ourselves, the faster it kind of is to grow and to learn. The older I get, the more I understand that life is complicated and unpredictable. Now, this trip has been fun, stressful, frustrating, delightful, and everything you can possibly imagine. It's just a mix of everything put into a trip. A mix of emotions, actually. I've never felt a condensed amount of feelings as I have in the past 2.5 weeks. I felt everything. And the stories, some will come out, some won't. But I just want to say that I'm learning to be more grateful for people and who they are in the moment. We're all imperfect people. We all need help. We all need comfort. We all need someone around us. And this year has been a cluster of emotions. I'm thankful for you guys, the listeners here. Whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify, I'm thankful for all of you. And this year has been it's just a cluster of emotions for me. There are a lot of things that I realized over this trip that I will be sharing over the next months, years, because I've learned a lot in this past trip. It's like halfway done, a bit more than halfway. A few highlights for me personally. My biggest highlight would be the first one would be attending a worship service again. I cried. I made a post about it where I attended a worship service, and the first thing that happened was I felt in awe of how many people were there together worshiping God. It was a mixture of anxiety and excitement that I've never felt quite before, and nostalgia thrown in as well. I was there and I saw the crowd, and I was like, I forgot that I how this felt, and I did not realize that I missed it so much. So I was there and I experienced that, and that was so fun for me. Another thing would be seeing friends again. Friends flew in from other places, other parts of the globe, and some that were here. Just seeing all of them again, being able to go out and do stuff, it amazed me. Yes, there's that side that's anxious. That's oh my gosh, what if this bad thing happens? But there's also that other part that I was just amazed by what's been happening and how things have been happening. And another one would be like honestly just going to a Golden State game, watching Steph Curry shoot 46 that night. I will share. Oh my gosh, that day was amazing. And that was so much fun. This will probably be my last episode of the year. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's listened, who's supported this show. Thank you to the interns of the show, Hazel and Brian, for doing a great job. Go check out their own podcast called the Far Side Podcast. And for next year, we're gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be arts, creativity, and life. That's what we're gonna be discussing on this show. And I'm so grateful for everything. This year has been a cluster of emotions: frustration, sadness, happiness, joy, and everything in between. That's what this year has been. That's what I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn how to feel emotions again. And I know a lot of you are like me, that we've kind of dulled our brains or our hearts We've numbed it over the past 2 years. But I just want to say that it's possible to go back to a point where we appreciate emotions again. And if you're like me, I hope you take that and you take it with you to the next year, where you try to process your emotions again. You try to feel them again. Sometimes you won't like it, but at the end of the day, it's best for you. And for next year, I'm going to do something different. And I hope that you will join me in this. I'm going to try to love differently. What do I mean by that? It's not love based on attraction or circumstance, but it's love based on choice. Let's love our fellow human beings in a way that we humans have not generally done. Let's be the outliers. 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 says, "Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance." I love you guys. I'm learning to love more. And I pray and I hope that next year that you feel that love and that you can give that love to others as well. Next year will be a new season of the show. It'll feel new, it'll be new, it'll look new, and we're so excited for you guys to listen to it. It's gonna come out by January. We're gonna have a bunch of episodes for you guys. Well, not a bunch, but I'm gonna try as much as possible to to be there and to be more present and to create better content every single day, every single time. I'm thankful. Merry Christmas. Let's not forget the reason for the season, and Happy New Year to everybody. This is the White Stripe Podcast signing off for 2021. I'll see you in 2022. We got a lot in store. Happy New Year.